All right. Always have some kind of reset. So it is Saturday morning-ish, about 11 o'clock-ish for me. Have a little bit of time to I also have a dentist appointment for myself and my little human. Nothing concrete, just a cleaning. We do them frequently. I've been blessed with a pretty good dental plan on top of having healthcare in Canada. Pretty good run health-wise. Not perfect, but I've got few complaints. But anyway, that's enough about my healthcare for 1 minute. So yeah, trying to get back into the swing of things, trying to start drawing, maybe start drawing live a little more often, trying to come up with a schedule. I do work shift, which means I don't have like a Monday to Friday, whatever shifts I'm working the one week. The opposite week is just the opposite. So I'm trying to work on a schedule, do better at posting, stuff like that. But for now, let's draw. So, all right, you know what? Yeah, I'll do this now. So, anyone that's seen me, here's what I'm working on at the moment. My new TikTok Tom book. This is a separate panel because I don't like how this turned out. So, when I get into digitally doing this stuff, yeah, I just have a little bit of erasing to do, maybe add some details, figure out what I'm going to do here, all that nifty stuff. So just about done. And yeah, that book will be out this year. I'm hoping sooner rather than later, but we've had some stuff going on. So now I have got one more story to start drawing. But yeah, more story for me. So, nope, cancel, allow, search. So I'm gonna do the Incredible Hulk here. You know what? It's not going to be. There we go. Use that as reference. I don't have a blue pencil out at the moment. All right. Enough rambling. Time to get on with the show. Now, the Hulk has a little bit, he's not just a big green dude. There is some stuff that's a little different with his anatomy. His nose and his, and the distance between his nose and his mouth are a little bit different than human, a little bit different from human proportion. I'm actually rather fond of the Earth's Mightiest Heroes mold. I think that might have been the last real time in Marvel animation history where we kind of saw different fun styles for Marvel animation. After that, there was a point where it kind of got a little, I'm not going to say bad, but a little more homogenous, where there were about three or four Marvel cartoons always out at the same time, and they all kind of had a similar look, versus the late aughts, early tens era, where Marvel had animated stuff like Wolverine and the X-Men versus Spectacular Spider-Man, which had an entirely different look and feel. And then this, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Try to get a better look there. And that cowlick isn't going to work in the direction I want anymore. And that's alright. The nice thing about using more animated is I don't have to do a lot of line work here. In fact, some of this is probably more line work than I need. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do my tests. Okay, so Twitch is responding quickly. Can I get YouTube to do the same? Okay, bit of a delay on YouTube, but otherwise not too shabby. Not too shabby. So try one more thing here. Okay. Everything is working, and I've just inflated my numbers a little bit. Yay. see if I can find a better I'm not going to worry about a lot of detailing here. This is going to be, because I have to get myself a new kneaded eraser. What I'm going to do is lighten up my pencils a fair bit here. I'm going to try something a little bit differently. So it looks a little bit light. Okay, do I have a green? G21. May not be the exact shade, but I can always lighten up a little bit later. And did I think I got myself a refill? No, I did not. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find a G20. Oh, cool. Right off the bat. Refill. See if I can. The thing about the Canson paper, it really, like Bristol paper, it really soaks up my wet media like a sponge. And also, I never think to write down what colors I tend to use when I start coloring. I'm starting off with this lime green just to get my base shade. And this is an approach I usually do with, if I know I'm doing colors, I'll touch the ink first. I'll get the colors going. I find doing this way, I can, I don't have to wait for my inks to dry, or I don't like bleed my inks. I will probably be doing, and also I find when I ink first and then apply the marker, the ink kind of gets washed out, and then I have to make a choice whether to start again or just live with it. This 25 minutes, I've had a 10-minute countdown, so I've been drawing for 15 minutes. there's anyone out there, can y'all hear me? You all, jeez. Listen to me sounding like I'm from Texas or Alberta. Oh, thanks, Kirk. Hey, man, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. All right, so I've got my base color in. What I am going to do next is I know I'm going to need a darker. I am good. I'm going to need a darker there, and it looks like let's see. G07. Do I have any G07? A little bit darker. This is going back to a little bit old school. Derek, I'm going to. But I am good. I am good. I have a G07. I really should get in the habit of announcing better when I'm going to do these. Carving out time and all that. If you didn't see the first little bit, have a dentist appointment in the afternoon, but I thought I'd have a minute to draw. Okay. So now I think I'm going to, because Hulk's hair isn't, well, it's green, but it's an extremely dark green, so I'm going to figure out where his shine is. Oh, it's a good question. I'm on that fence myself. I'm, as you can tell, I'm using the free. This is the free one, so I do get two channels for free, and so far my favorites seem to be for YouTube and Twitch. Instagram has gotten better, in my opinion, for being able to stream, but I found I've had a few glitches with using it for Instagram. the chief among them I find is sorry. The biggest one I find for Instagram is it's a bit of a process to kind of get on there. You also have to, instead of the widescreen, which I'm using right here, you have to use more the vertical screen, which is great for Instagram. But if you're also doing Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, I guess that boils down to personal preference. And I find the comments don't come through on, like, if you're using Instagram, like, I can see your comments right here, but if I was looking at comments on Instagram, I'd have to have a separate window with Instagram on the web browser going. And look at comments too. I missed a bunch my first time trying that. But yeah, no, as far as I like, other than that, I do like using Restream. It's actually a pretty simple interface. I'm able to right now I'm using my external web camera and the web camera on my laptop. If I really wanted to, I could also use my phone's web camera as either like my webcam or face cam or what have you. I'm still the only thing I haven't tried is actually getting others on board. I was talking to my TikTok Tom publisher, chatting about maybe starting to work on some getting together some live drawings with some other people, because I've fallen way off the wayside on that. I'm not sure why or what happened, but I was doing, and you're one of the guys I used to regularly do, and then I just kind of stopped for whatever reason. I can't figure out why, so I'm gonna have to get back into the vibe of getting to do live drawings with other artists and whatnot. And I believe on Restream you can as well. You know what? Maybe. You know what? Maybe now in real time is not the best time to test that out. All right, so I'm going to find a darker green, but not the same. Actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe what kind of green should I use here? Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure you can have up to, like, even on the free version, I think you can have up to 6 people join you on Restream G09. That is drawing. I don't know. Yes, and even if we can't, maybe even do what we were doing when we started drawing live online. Even if we just go on just our Instagram. But yeah, I do miss. And again, I'm not sure what happened. Like, I just was doing it and then I didn't. I can't put my finger on what happened or why, but just, yeah. nice thing about this animated Hulk is, nice thing about the animated Hulk here is don't have to do too many shades. I think part of me, as far as it came to using Restream for Twitch and YouTube, I got bullheaded and I'm like, I have a webcam. I have a microphone. I paid for these, darn it, so now I'm going to use them. And got a little too narrow in my point of view. Actually, I did have a... Oh, thank you. Actually, there was a point where I had... I did try out the Restream. I was paying for it. Feel the same. Oh, just same boat where started doing, like, did a lot of live videos with people and then just kind of stopped. Nothing, like, no real deep rhyme or reason, just kind of... All right. So I think for now, a large part of my color stuff is over. So now I'm going to start getting into the ink here. And what pen do I want to use? 12 might be a little too... Here we are. Maybe sharpen up stuff like this. Kind of give that spit curler a little bit more of a point. It's one thing I like if I do kind of color outside of my own line here. If I do that in the coloring stage before I ink, I can just kind of do a bit of a correction and just add a little bit to the outline. A little bit there. Get my brush pen here. My Copic brush SP, or SP Brush Small, or BS for short. Get a better look on the eyebrows. Oh, that is the eternal struggle. Do you know I have adjusted my camera, I've adjusted my arm, oh my goodness, I have readjusted my setup so many times now. So I could never I couldn't quite get the OBS myself. I kind of started with Restream, and I kind of like the interface, and I've hit that point in my middle age where kind of if it's working for me, I kind of stick to it, which I guess has its ups and downs. And the thing with a Hulk is, in my opinion, he should not always be like a bodybuilder. Just pure, unrefined muscle. Now I think I'm going to add a bit of I don't know what kind of background I want to add, but knowing me, it's going to be some kind of purple. And I always have my scrap sheet of paper, my storyboards. So if you caught the first little bit of my video, I was doing TikTok Tom promotion. And of course my V17 is dry. V17. Here we go. And because I never think to bring my markers, so once again, time to top up. Wow, V17 is really dry here. Starting to drip in the bucket. And on my hands. All right. Good thing I'm just in my PJs today. Do I have Kleenex down here? Nope. I do, however, have a paper towel. I might have Kleenex. I thought I had. Oh, there's the Kleenex. All right. As you can tell, I've made a bit of a mess of my marker here. I'm going to clean that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start cleaning that up. Show you what I do to clean up. I've got these. You can do this with rubbing alcohol, but you can also do it with Copic Colorless Blender. So I'll just dab a little bit there and just kind of. It's a nitpick. I know a lot of people leave their markers kind of gunked up. I do like to clean, especially around here, because sometimes what happens is once this ink dries, it makes getting these caps on and off a little more difficult, and then you're prone to drying more, like drying out your markers more. Little. That's what my dried winter hands needed. More rubbing alcohol. Oh, thanks. So, and because the Hulk is usually wearing purple pants, but I don't have the Hulk wearing like a shot in pants here. I'm just going to do the purple. I don't know how far I want to go with it. I don't know if I want to cover the whole paper or just maybe stop. You know what? I think I will stop at a point. Get my new ruler and just, you know what? Maybe here. And maybe I will stop here. There. Gonna lighten my workload a little bit here. And again, even though these are wide markers, they do offer a little bit of control. Just the tip. And I'm not as concerned about making the pattern even. There's some spots where the colors kind of... Apparently I'm not even as concerned about the border I established. That's all right. Not concerned about keeping that super straight. And again, I can, these wide markers, I can kind of move there. And what I am going to wrap this up with, I'm going to get my trusty white Posca pen. Maybe add a... I'll get my scratch paper here. Make sure I have enough paint coming out. These Posca pens are just acrylic paint pens. And I just dropped that lead all the way to the floor. lid. And I'm going to add... Now I think in this, his eyes are typically white. I am a kid of the 80s, and my first Incredible Hulk show I ever watched in 1982. His eyes were a little, his irises were a little more yellow. And I'm not going to do anything, just see if I can fix this up a bit. Scratch paper back on. Alright, I've been drawing for 52 minutes. Well, 42 by the time, because I start with a 10-minute countdown just so I can show up, just so I can give an advance look that, yes, I'm going to be on social media in a minute. I'm going to see if I can add a little bit more of a green shine to Hulk's hair there. Let's see. Not much, maybe my green Posca. A little bit of highlight. Just nothing major, just all right, and I'm going to call that done for now. So there we go. Hulk with classic EMH Hulk with my Copics and stuff, like I did old school. So there we go. Just switch that there. Definitely, Kirk, thanks for stopping in. We should get this going again very soon. And hopefully I'll be working on some announcements sooner rather than later. And I'm going to try to be back tomorrow. I don't know how my day is going to go, but we'll see. All right. Have a good day, Kirk and everyone else. And again, hope to do this soon.